What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. As you guys see by the title, we're back working on the V8 E30. Very excited, but at the same time I'm very nervous because I really want to get over the obstacle of the whole header situation. It has been driving me insane for such a long time, and then there's just been a whole bunch of other bullshit that I've been through with this swap. Like you guys already know, I broke a piece of this engine on the bottom end and I had to get that engine over there and a whole bunch of crap, right? But the headers has to be one of the most challenging things for me because, for one, I just really don't know how to fabricate. I just recently began learning how to weld, and I'm honestly not the greatest welder ever. Like, here's a little piece that I was practicing on just so you guys can see my welds. They're not really that great, but that's all besides the point. But last week I spent some time to cut up some exhaust pipe and I ended up coming up with this, and you guys are probably wondering why it's all taped up, and I'll explain that right now in a second. But pretty much I just mocked this up on the bottom of the engine with the header cut, obviously, and this right here is what is going to clear the steering shaft. It's literally like a pinky gap that I have in between the shaft and this little exhaust pipe that you see right here in front of me. But so you guys are probably wondering why this thing is all taped up. Reason is I honestly don't know how to weld that well. I mean, you guys have seen me weld on my YouTube channel before, but I really don't have that much experience with it, and I just really don't trust myself to ruin such a perfect piece that fits and it clears the steering shaft. I just don't want to blow a hole through it and then just have some pretty much useless headers and just throw away like 5 hours of work in the trash. But I'm gonna have a professional welder weld this up for me. He's charging me 80 bucks. Honestly, not that bad. So gonna get this done tonight, and then throw the engine back in the car and just really hope that it fits and it clears the steering shaft. So let's get the engine out and we'll unbolt that header, and then we'll take it to go get welded, and let's see what it's all about. Let's see if all of my cuts were so precise. I've literally marked everything down, guys. I tried literally everything. I did every possible test fit that I could, and it clears, and I just really hope that once it's all welded and put together, it really does fit. But I guess we're gonna find out once it's actually done. So let's pull it out and take it off. Alright guys, so in a little bit of a rush, but I got the header off and I took off the tape and everything, cleaned up the metal with the wire brush on the bench grinder. But yeah, it's all cleaned up, ready to go. So the guy just needs to weld it and pretty much it. So I should have this back tonight, and then we'll throw it back in, and I really just hope that it fits because, oh god, it's gonna suck if it doesn't. But I'm gonna go drop it off right now, and then see you guys in a bit.
2 hours later.
Alright, you guys, so I just got them and they are all welded up. Very nice welds. It was cool. The guy, he showed me a lot. He gave me a lot of pointers and tips as far as actually like welding up exhaust stuff. So the next time that I weld up exhaust, I'll have a good understanding on how to actually do it, which I'm probably going to end up doing it on that E30. Now that I kind of learn and I have a little bit more confidence in actually doing it, I'm probably going to try it on that E30 when I build my exhaust that I have. I have a muffler and a resonator for it, but I just haven't installed it. But we'll do that later. But yeah, it was really cool that, you know, I was able to learn, and he gave me all those pointers and stuff for, you know, 80 bucks and getting all this stuff done for me. So real cool experience. But let's get the motor up again and install it. And guys, I really hope that this fits this time, but we're not gonna find out until we actually do it. So let's get it installed. It looks like it's going in at the right angle. I have some high hopes of this, but we'll see right now once I actually get the mounts on there. But yeah, I'm gonna go underneath the car right now and try to get the mounts lined up and everything. This is like the harder part, so I'm not gonna record it. Especially with one person, it's really hard to line up the motor and the through bolt that goes through the mounts and everything. So I'm gonna knock it out real fast, and then hopefully we have some kind of clearance. But it looks like it's going in pretty good, so keep you guys updated right now. All right, so little update. The engine is inside of the car now, fully bolted down and everything. So very excited to finally say that I got the headers down, guys, and it finally fits. I can finally stop stressing about this, but it clears and everything. It looks good. The passenger side does need a little bit of work, but I'm probably going to pull the motor out another day and just rework it, and I'll probably do it myself. So now, since I kind of have a good idea on how to do it and all the welding and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure I can knock it out. It's not really that hard. I'll show you guys it right now. So let's go underneath the car and let me show you guys the clearance that we have. It's pretty good. It's not too bad. So you guys see it doesn't scrape or anything. And finally, guys, everything came out pretty good. Comes out on this side right here alongside of the transmission, and then this side, the reason why I want to move this one, as you guys see, it's kind of hitting against the body. So I'm just gonna cut it, and then I'm just gonna weld like a piece at an angle, and then I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer to like the flywheel area, or I'll probably extend it a little bit more. If anything, I wanted to probably line up with this one right here, and I think that's gonna look pretty good. But yeah, super stoked that I was finally able to get this, guys. I spent like $800 on a pair of headers that I had built for this specific swap, and still didn't work, but super happy that I was able to get this. So now that I have the header situation all resolved after a very, very long time, the next step for this car, so the next thing that I really want to do is, obviously, I'm going to get the engine out again. I want to start working on these small things that are kind of bugging me, like right here, if you guys look on the brake rod, I cut through the chassis of the car. I want to get that welded back in, patch those holes up. I do want to replace this driver's side wheel well. It pretty much rusted out really, really bad because I didn't put any kind of rust prevention when I cut off the original brackets, and then I had another bracket welded here for the brake booster, and then I had to take it off because the brake booster didn't fit that good. So it rusted out, and the rust spread out pretty bad because the car was sitting out for a very, very long time outside, and that's basically what happened, and it's pretty much unsavable at this point. So I'm just gonna cut it out, get one from the junkyard, weld it in, and it shouldn't really be that hard to actually replace it. I'm gonna get a power steering bracket welded in. I think I cut this off at E34 at the junkyard. It's probably going to go somewhere right here. This is where my power steering reservoir is going to be. So I want to start working on just like small things like that. They're going to take a lot of time, and it's best to just, you know, take time and actually do these things right than, you know, working with the pressure of the camera and just trying to get things done in like one day or a certain amount of time. It just makes things a lot more frustrating. You feel rushed, and I'd rather just not work with the pressure of the camera. So I'm going to really take my time with it and just make sure everything is perfect and just take care of all those small things. So there might not be any content on the V8 swap for a while because I'm going to be working on all these small things, and then I do want to start purchasing every single part to refresh my other M62 that I pulled out of the E38. I am literally going to refresh that engine from top to bottom, to pulleys, gaskets, timing guides, starter, alternator. Everything is going to be refreshed on that engine. It's going to cost me a shit ton of money. About like $2,500 is what I already have in parts in my FCP Euro card. So it's probably going to cost me like upwards of $3,000, but I think it's going to be completely worth it because I'm not going to have to touch anything for such a long time. So that's the plan with that. And like I said, you guys are probably not going to see some content on the V8 E30 for a while until I actually buy those parts. That I do want to record because I think it's going to be awesome, just seeing the transformation from this super old, gunky, oily engine to something completely brand new. I literally want to refresh the entire thing and just make it look perfect. So that you guys will see a video on it. On another note, my daily E30, I got some parts on the way. As I mentioned in my last video, they are coming outside of the country, but they're actually scheduled to get here this Saturday, and I'm so excited to install them. I think it's going to make a nice little difference to the car. And then I have some more other parts on the way, but they are coming out of the country again, and I think it's going to be really, really cool with the stuff that I have planned for this car. So stay tuned for this. The E30 content is not going to stop because I got some cool stuff planned for this car. So I'm going to try to balance in between both projects, but there's definitely going to be a lot of E30 content here on out, because that's all I literally have. 3 E30s is the only cars that I own now, but yep. Anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I know it was kind of short, but I just want to keep you guys in the loop of everything that is going on. And with today's progress, I'm just so happy that I was finally able to get the headers done, guys. It's literally a step forward to everything else. As I stated in the beginning of the video, it's literally been holding me back for such a long time, and it's been such a hurdle with this entire swap. But to overcome it, guys, it's super relieving, because that's pretty much just gonna, you know, help me continue with the rest of the swap and just move forward with everything else. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, slap that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.